Half dozen men have now been arrested by Atlanta police. They're accused of trying to have sex with children. Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer spoke to police who said operations like these stop horrendous crimes.
Well, this all was an undercover police operation where they posed as children themselves to try and lure the suspected child predators. 6 people are now behind bars facing child exploitation charges. Alpharetta police say the arrests are the result of a proactive and undercover operation.
The mission was to identify individuals that were seeking to sexually exploit children and then apprehend them if they traveled to the city of Alpharetta.
Detectives went online posing as children themselves.
Once the suspects believed that they were speaking with a minor child, detectives continued the conversation. We had the adults that sent explicit text messages and images, and then ultimately traveled to Alpharetta with the intent to engage in the illegal activity.
Me and my wife, we don't allow our kids to be on social media or the internet, but we know a lot of kids do.
When Alpharetta parent Mario Hall heard the news, he was relieved that police are using preventive measures.
Any predator that go after kids, you want to definitely take them off the streets. The fact that they're trying to be proactive and rather than waiting for something to happen, it's good for the community.
Some of the charges named include criminal attempt of child molestation and attempt to produce child pornography. Police say the public should keep their eyes open for crimes like these and report suspicious activity to them.
That makes me very cautious.
And police, of course, reminding parents to remain vigilant and, of course, pay attention to what their children are doing online. In Alpharetta, Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.